So I've spent tens of thousands of dollars learning from, the gurus out there, spending time with like mentors and things like that, and really trying to nail down the ultimate daily routine. So morning routine, daily routine, and then night routine all in one. Because at the end of the day, your routine is what's going to give you the results that you're after. It's not going to be anything other than that because we put actions in every day, and whatever sort of actions we're putting into life are going to equate to what we get out of life. That's really how things work. So there are like daily inputs. Sorry, this marker sucks. Daily inputs, and we get our outputs in life. This is simply how it works. A lot of people think that there's some other magic at hand, but we usually just get what we put in out. So if you can master your inputs and what you're doing on a regular basis, you can be a really impressive performer, right? So I've looked at like athletes, I've looked at entrepreneurs, I've looked at students, philosophers, all different camps of people to come up with this routine that's behind these boxes right now. And I'm going to go over this with you guys today so that you can implement this into your routine. It might look a little different for you, but the cool thing about this routine is it's flexible and it's based on principles. It's not based on just like do this at this time. It's more based on these are some good practices for a good routine. So I've got a few things here and I've got a few things up here that I want to showcase as well. Some things that I use during my routine to help me have a more powerful routine. So let's jump right into this. So starting up here, we have our Step 1, morning routine. The day is made up into these 3 chunks. There's like the morning, there's the day, and then there's night. But right now we're going to go over the morning routine. So first and foremost, I hear a lot of people talking about like when you should wake up. They give specific times. But the truth is I found that there's not a steadfast, like hard, yes, this is the time you have to wake up that's perfect for everyone. There really isn't. So to say, oh, you got to wake up at 5 a.m. or, oh, it's better to sleep in, there's really, there's no merit behind that because a lot of times people have differences in their biology and the way they're made up. So I find that like just picking a time that's right for you is the best for your wake up time. I used to wake up at 4:50 in the morning to go work out. And I did feel like I was like one of those grinder, like work hard entrepreneur type people. But at the end of the day, I got super burnt out from doing that. And I just wasn't enjoying my life nearly as much. It worked out for the first like couple months, but after doing that for a long time, it really started to wear and tear on me because I'm naturally someone who likes to stay up into the night. My girlfriend, on the other hand, she likes to go to sleep like earlier, as an example. So for her, she might be able to get up earlier, which she doesn't. She still likes to sleep in, but that's just an example. If you like to go to sleep earlier, you might be the type to wake up in the morning before everyone else. And if you like to go to sleep later, then you might be the type to wake up a little bit later. Nowadays with my routine, I aim to just wake up around 7:30 because I found that that's a sweet spot for me. It challenges me to get up kind of early, but it's still comfortable to be able to do it consistently. And that's the main thing is you want to get some consistency down with this. Like that's the huge part that matters the most because it's going to improve your circadian rhythm if you can wake up and go to sleep at the same time every night, or at least aim to. And I've actually learned a lot by using, sorry about the lighting, I'm not going to have good lighting back here. I've been using this wearable. It's called an Oura Ring. They sell for about $300 on Oura Ring website. And they have these little sensors in there. I'm not sure if you can see it super well, but they track your sleep incredibly well, better than the Apple Watch, better than the Fitbit, better than anything that I've seen on the wearable market. But I've learned a lot about my sleep using this, and it's really helped me to figure out more about when I should go to sleep for my personal preferences. So that being said, wake up 7:30. And then after that, I get straight into a workout. I like to lift weights, do some light lifting, or I like to do a little bit of cardio. So some mornings I'll swim because I have a pool. When we were going to the gym before all this craziness happened in the world, I went to the pool there and I hit the sauna and things like that. Now I'm doing a lot more biking. I'm doing a lot more cardio, running, because I'm doing a lot of at-home sort of workouts. I've done a few HIIT workouts, but the main point of this for me is just to do a light workout to get jump started. Okay, so keep it light kind of, is my opinion on this, because unless you're trying to become a bodybuilder, which if that's your goal, then your routine might look a little different than this. My routine's optimized around just staying focused and having a clear head and staying healthy in general. But if you are like that and you're just trying to have like a normal life, but you want to stay healthy, I recommend a light workout in the morning that's like 30 to 45 minutes of just getting your body jump started, getting moving, getting out there, doing whatever it is that you like to do and enjoy to do as a workout in the morning. And then I go straight into a shower. Pretty self-explanatory. After I work out, I want to just get that shower out of the way right away because I usually don't feel very clean. And then I get into a meditation. Now, a lot of people talk about meditation in their routine, and it's a hard thing for people. But I think meditation is totally overcomplicated. If you want to use an app, I recommend the Headspace app. That's the one that I use. I just set it up on my phone, and I just start a Headspace session. That's what I would recommend, is like just listening to a guy that runs Headspace. His name's Andy. He does like great meditation walkthroughs, or just literally sit there with your feet touching the ground, hands on the knees, and just breathe. Close your eyes and just breathe. And some people say, you can meditate on a certain topic. I tend to just like to clear my mind and try to focus just on my breath. Like just sit there for 10 minutes, set a timer, and focus on my breath, nothing else. When I stray away from my breath, get back on topic as soon as I realize I've strayed away, and just get back to the breathing. That is honestly the bare bones best way to do meditation. You'll find with this routine that I've set up, it's quite simple. There aren't any really crazy things that I do, but I found that simplicity is typically the best way to go when you are most people. If you're a complete like peak performer, top 0.001% type person, there might be a few things you want to do to go the extra mile, but typically it's the basic things that get you the furthest. So just a basic meditation routine is all that I would recommend. And for my workouts and my meditation and stuff like that, I like to either use the AirPods, the Apple AirPods, or another set of headphones that I like to use are these Sony WH-X1000, I think Sony WH-1000X M3s. These are noise canceling headphones, and they work really well. So I'll use these sometimes for meditation, but typically I'll use the AirPods for working out, because if I'm running and stuff like that, these just stay in my ears better, and I don't really like to get those sweaty because they are a little bit more expensive and I just don't want to ruin them. The AirPods I've had for a little while, so I'm okay with beating these up a little bit. If you're enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to drop a quick like. It helps me out a ton and it keeps me motivated to keep making awesome videos just like this one. So drop a like and enjoy the rest of the video. Next section of my day that I get into usually is the early day focused, undistracted work block. And this is really inspired by me just being an entrepreneur and having my own schedule. Typically I get the best work done in the morning when I am fresh, and I'm usually running on no breakfast at this time. If I eat or drink anything, I actually don't eat in the morning because I try to fast because it helps me focus and it keeps my blood all in my head and, less of a focus on digestion for my body in the morning. I find that it's better to fast. It keeps you with a clear head. But if I do have anything, I'll have some coffee. I usually take it either black, or I'll just do really light cream so that it doesn't break my fast with the coffee, because you definitely don't want to break your fast. It's kind of pointless if you're going to drink coffee and you're trying to fast if you're going to break it. So just try to keep the cream really light. That's what I would recommend. If you don't like coffee, you could do tea. Or if I need something a little bit more filling, I'll drink one of these LaCroix here. It's basically just carbonated water, but it has zero everything in it, pretty much. There's no calories, sweeteners, sodium, or anything like that. So this is what I usually drink if I'm feeling a little hungry, because the carbonation will help me get filled up. And what I'll do is I'll just throw these headphones on and I'll listen to Brain FM, which is like focus music basically. And I will just work for like 2, 3, 4 hours out of the morning with my phone, hopefully on airplane mode if I'm staying consistent and doing what I usually like to do, which is just keep my phone on airplane mode and just do a good 2 to 4 hours of undistracted, focused work. Usually at this point, I'm getting pretty hungry because I'm running on no food, and this is where lunch comes along. And I like to have a light lunch still because I feel like, not introducing super heavy meals is probably a good thing for you. So I have like a light lunch. I'll eat like a salad, maybe some chicken, and that's my lunch. And that's when I can kind of get back on my phone again and get back in touch with the world. And that kind of parlays into the next part of my routine, which is the afternoon sort of admin tasks, sporadic work block. This is where I'll do like sales calls, I'll answer emails, I'll do like bookkeeping, I'll put out fires, things like that. And this is when my phone comes on and things get a little crazy. But at this point, I've already got my big tasks out of the way, and I can be okay with not being perfect for the rest of the day. In fact, a lot of times after lunch, I'll just be done for the day if I don't have any admin tasks for the afternoon, because I genuinely believe that if you're not into your work, if you don't love your work and you're not like happy about doing it, most of the time, you should push through that. But sometimes it's best to just stop and just say, okay, I'm just going to start again tomorrow. So that's kind of what happens in the afternoon sometimes. But most days I'll do some admin tasks and some sporadic work. I don't have it listed in here, but the next thing I'll do is usually just like have some free time, have some dinner. I like to have dinner before 8 o'clock. My fasting window is sort of like between 12 and 8. I like to eat and then fast outside of those hours. So from noon to 8 p.m. I'll be allowed to eat, and then after that, I'll have to fast. So after that comes nighttime. So when nighttime is here, I like to hit the lights, and I like to use red light. So I have these LifeX light bulbs in my room. That's what they are called, and they're attached to my smart assistant, my Alexa speaker. So when I say Alexa, bedroom red, it'll turn my entire bedroom red. And that's what I like to do before I go to bed, because those tones are better for your eyes and they kind of signal that it's more of like a nighttime. And it'll help you increase your melatonin production and really just help you get in a sleepy mood. Another thing I like to do is grab some incense in my Wolf incense burner here. And what I'll do is I'll use these Song of India temple incense. And I'll light one of these, and I'll light a match, and then I'll light one of these incense sticks, which I like to hold the flame on there for a little while so it gets nice and warm. And now I have some incense burning. So I'll just pop that in there, and what it does is it'll just make my room smell super zen'd out, and it's just a super relaxing smell. Sometimes I'll have some sleepy tea, like with some chamomile in it or something like that. And that's good for like just getting in a sleepy mood. And trust me, by the end of this routine, you've got the red lights coming, you've got the incense on, you've got a nice cool room. I recommend like a fan, or like opening your window if it gets cool at night where you live, or turning on the AC. Whatever you got to do to get the room super cool is a good idea. And then I like to just read some light topics before bed. So I'll usually grab my Kindle and I'll just have some books preloaded onto this. And I like to read like fiction or just like light nonfiction right before I go to bed. And naturally, with all of the other things that I've done up to this point, I'll just start to get sleepy. I'll be reading and then I'll know, okay, it's time to go to bed. And usually after about 20-30 minutes of reading, it's time for me to just fall asleep. And I just set this down and then I get to sleep. So I like to have a fall asleep time as well, because as I was saying earlier, what I've learned from having this Oura ring is that sleep time is super important. So, I like to get at least 8 hours of sleep. So usually I like to try to fall asleep by 11 o'clock if I'm getting up at 7:30, so that I have that extra little bit of wiggle room. So that's about 8.5 hours of sleep if I were to fall asleep right at 11. And that doesn't account for, the time that I would maybe wake up in the middle of the night, because that does happen at times. So yeah, this is my daily routine, and this has genuinely changed my life. It's always a work in progress, but as I was saying earlier, like, it's all about the inputs if you want to get certain things in life. So if you want like certain material possessions in life, or you want great relationships, you want a great business, or you want to make money, like, you're not going to get any of those things if you don't put something in. And garbage in equals garbage out usually. And another quote is, you can't shoot a cannon out of a canoe. So make sure you get your routine in check. I hope you really did enjoy this video. And if you did, please drop a like. Please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this. And share this with a friend who might need to see a routine like this. Maybe send it over to them in a text message. Just copy the link and text it over to them real quick, because this could really help some people, and I believe it's really a powerful routine. So again, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.